Bonjour, Kinamagayan in Ireland and Dijnikas, and welcome to this week's installment of our Week 25 at a glance and announcements. As always, we'll start in our stream page located within our Google Classroom, and students have access to this through their at sagchipschool.net emails. So if you need this information, you can ask them to log in. They don't need their classroom Chromebooks. It can be done using an app from the App Store or from Google Play. And on this page, I have the newsletter that'll be sent home on Friday. Yes, it's already live for a sneak peek for subscribers. In our week 24 at a glance was last week. Then we have some events still going on, the Lego home building, Give Kids a Smile Day, our February breakfast menu, and then we have our school calendar, a remind, and links to our school webpage. All very useful materials and information for our families. Key parts too, if students need to contact me, they can click right there. I also will read emails from at mireland@sagchip.org. I'll reply the quickest I can. If it's the middle of a class session, I might be a moment. I do receive text messages, particularly after hours, preferably before 9 or 10 at night. I will answer when I can. Texting is probably the best way to do this. Keep a pretty busy schedule, and I may not be able to answer at all times, but I will reply to any text. If it's something that I need to call you, I will let you know at that point, and we'll go from there. Please do include your name and your student's name if sending a text. So I mentioned there was a newsletter this week, so let's look at that. Again, it's tomorrow's date. I'm recording this on a wet Thursday afternoon, 35 degrees and cloudy if we were doing the weather. A little jealous of the warmth to the south of us. Just a reminder, students do get homework on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's beneficial to them if you check in with them, and we're trying to push for that responsibility that will be needed to be successful in their middle school environments. And then any assignment they don't complete in class becomes homework as well. Some scheduling notes. Next Wednesday, February 15th, will be a half day for professional development. Students are dismissed at noon. Lunch is served. Students who normally ride the bus to the gym after school should be picked up at SCA at noon. There's also no school on Friday, February 17th, or Monday, February 20th. One is a wellness day, the other is President's Day. So the students get a nice 4-day weekend to recharge the batteries and gonna get ready for the home stretch of the third quarter already. Remember, Popcorn Fridays come out every Friday at their school, and 50 cents a bag. Students may buy up to 4 bags. I've been told report cards will be sent home soon. Could be as soon as tomorrow, possibly the beginning of the next week. Once you have your report card, if you have questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. We can do a conference if you would like one, either via Zoom, phone, or in person. I have no preference. I'll do whatever works best for you. Send me an email and we'll try to schedule something. If you don't need a conference, you're not required to. Valentine's Day comes up on Tuesday, and students have asked about bringing Valentine's, and we have a short period in the afternoon where we can pass out any Valentine's or treats. That's not a large event like the younger grades might have, but it's an opportunity to share their appreciation with their classmates. Please do not feel obligated to send anything. There's nothing wrong with that. If you are going to send something, I do ask that you send one for each student and not just for 2 or 3 best friends. If you want to do the 2 or 3 best friends, I would ask that it be done outside of school. We don't want students with piles of Valentines and other students with none. It just doesn't make people feel great. There are currently 13 students. If you need a list of names because your student has forgotten some, just reach out and I'll send one out. We are continuing now into fractions with adding and subtracting fractions. Ask them if they should add the denominator. They should know the answer to that one now. As I keep reiterating that often and probably annoyingly to them. It is a good idea to review previous skills, particularly multiplication. Students would benefit from having some flashcards at home that they can practice. It's going to get in their way in middle school if they're still struggling with those facts. In language arts, we're looking at science themed texts. It's a good thing because it helps students be prepared for that when they get to middle school as well. We're wrapping up colonization this week, and we're about to move into the lead up to the Revolutionary War. And it, as with any other topic, if a student doesn't earn a 3 when we go through it, we're going to keep working to try to get those students there so that they are as prepared as possible for their next levels. Science, we're continuing to look at the solar system. And we have words that stereotypically would be kind of thinking about the Valentine holiday. So that's where our theme was there. Looking at our week at a glance for this coming week, you can see no school there. I do encourage students to read at home for 20 minutes a day, whether it's a half day, a full day, and no school day, or a weekend. Does not need to be academic. In fact, it's probably better that it's not. But the more students read, the more words they are exposed to, the better they will do academically. And you can kind of see where microbes is our science-based topic for reading. Writing, we're moving into pro and con writing, which will culminate with some writing about language or social studies topics. As we keep going through, math review and enrichment is where we kind of look ahead at things and also review some of the things that we've done earlier in the year. You can see web is only 1 day next week, and that is due to the fact that Tuesdays and Thursdays we have our afternoon specials, and Friday there's no school, and Wednesday's a half day. Students are encouraged, if available, to access these things at home. Some of them will be good practice even going into the summer months. Yes, it's not that far away. You can see our small group work. I do also include smaller groups, although there won't be a lot of opportunity next week for that with this schedule, but we want to make sure we're getting every piece of knowledge and being as ready as possible for next year. We're not far out from our first visits to middle schools. That information will be coming in either next week or the week after to start discussing that. And you can see another link to my email. Office hours simply mean I'm available via phone. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I'm sure some of our students are going to be talking about the football teams from Kansas City and Philadelphia. So if you're watching that, enjoy. I know some of you are just watching for the commercials, but I hope everyone has a great weekend, and we're back here on Monday for 2 full days, a half day, another full day, and then a 4-day weekend. So everyone have a Minogishigad, Minwa, Bamapi.